So, how you So, welcome back! So, our sick husband, the last time we almost saw him, but we didn't. He just gave us a... Anyway, so somebody asked us to make a video about co-parenting, and for us, the fortunate ones, we don't co-parent!
That's not funny at all, but okay. Yeah,
but we don't co-parent. I
no,
mean, it's
but
not funny, but...
to co-parent is a good thing.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that
for the child.
No,
it's a very important thing.
You didn't hear me say I'm so happy we are not... I mean, it's not as if we are not co-parenting because we don't want to co-parent.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. We are not co-parenting because the other person who what I call a sperm donor doesn't want to be part of this child's life. Let's put it that way, because we've reached out to him twice, with regards...
It's not actually a sperm donor, because a sperm donor is somebody who donates sperm to a couple. We want together.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't have to be a couple. There are single mothers out there who just go and buy sperm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, anyway, so as I was saying, it's like...
Then you should explain to the people that you didn't go and buy.
Well, I didn't go and buy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I went and I bought. It's just that I had a child. I had a child with somebody who is not interested in the child, or to be part of this child's life. That's why I call him a sperm donor. Anyway, let's just get rid of all of that. So you guys asked if we can make a video about co-parenting, and yay, here we are. So like I mentioned, we are not co-parenting, not by choice, but because the person refuses to be part of this child's life. My husband emailed him like, hey dude, what was the email about again?
Doesn't matter. All that.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So we emailed him. We reached out twice, and there was no response. But then he took it as an insult, and I know this because whatever. Anyway, he took it as an insult, and he's never been part of his child's life ever since we got, well, even before that. So Anyway, so why are you so quiet?
No, I'm waiting for you to finish your point.
Okay, I'm finished. Hi, you're too quiet. I'm finished.
You know what? You know. To me, there's nothing more fascinating to me, and it's not a good fascination. It's actually a bad fascination, where it's like, how is it that you can be so withdrawn from a responsibility of making a human being without... It's not like you signed a contract to donate sperm, as you said. It's not like that happened. What happened was it was a consensual thing,
of course,
where both of you were supposed to kind of be responsible after that happened, you know. And like, here we are now, the kids here, you know what I'm saying, and yet after like a person who didn't even make the kid, they reach out to you to say to you, hey man,
listen,
look, I'm not trying to be you. I'm not trying to be the biological parent. This is your child,
That's so weird.
Like, how do you take offense to that and make it about you like that?
Yeah.
How does that work for me? Like, I don't really understand. I don't get that. I don't get what I know. You know what, King Adil, I'll never do this again because this guy emailed me about my child, dude.
But at the same time, it's not as if he insulted you in the email. The conversation was like, okay, our doors are open anytime, you can come in, and you take that as an insult. So
that's the thing.
I mean, dude,
in a situation where you're not even involved, like when I came into the picture,
we literally were begging. Like,
it wasn't involved. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no involvement from anybody who, if I put myself in that position, right, and I empathize with that position, because anybody can have a biological child with somebody and run into a situation where unfortunately now the child is with a step-parent, an evil step-parent, step-mom or step-dad. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But when you can see signs of, okay, this person is actually trying to respectfully make me understand that he, like, because you and the mother have already parted ways. it's done. You know,
Yeah.
the you and this child's mother have already parted ways, so it's not like the person coming into the picture is doing a crime. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what you control a person's brain. You control your baby mama's brain. You can't do that.
But at the same time, to not to say that, well, for me,
It's
honestly,
confusing. I just
co-parenting is a good thing. You know, co-parenting is a good. You wanted to add something?
No,
I
no,
cut
it's
you
cool,
off.
it's
Sorry.
cool.
No, say it.
I don't.
No, babe, come and say it.
Nah, dog. Like, you know, did you check? I
Yeah.
was about to go in, and then
Then go in.
I called on Jesus Christ. You understand? And then
The
they
ancestors.
stopped me. Yeah. God
anyway.
God intervened. God intervened.
I'd be grateful.
Mm.
But
It was gonna
anyway,
be deep.
for me, I think co-parenting is a good thing, you know, because the child also like, you know, kind of knows or gets a sense of their identity. You understand? Because if Monet grows up one day, you know, he'd appreciate his father. Obviously, he'd be like, you raised me, you did the best that you could. However, I just want to find out, why did this person, you know, take the decision or make the decision that he did to not be in my life? You get what I'm saying? So maybe co-parenting does kind of help with that, and
with the closure.
Yeah, with the closure before, and he doesn't have to go look for his father, or the kid doesn't have to look for the mother or anything like that. You understand? So I think co-parenting is a good thing, and people who are co-parenting out there, big up to you. It is kind of
And
hard
honestly,
because,
like, I feel like what kind of, you know, you know that they're actually cocktails, like different cocktails of deadbeat dads.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Like, people who are not in the child's life. You can be a specific type of deadbeat. There are many types. There are people who are there like monthly. There are people there who are deadbeats weekly. There are people who are deadbeats yearly. You understand?
Weekly, how can you be a deadbeat?
Yeah, you can come 1 week, the next week, how are you? You're off.
Yeah, but then,
You know, like security.
Yeah, but maybe that's how the co-parenting system works. They decide
Like a fixed monthly installment.
No. No,
Like
I mean,
a lump sum. Some of them are lump sum deadbeats. Some of them are monthly installments. You understand? Some of them are NJ, out of this world. You know, there are guys who NJ like are absent for years. They come back and claim the child, like a couple black text vibes, you know, in absentia.
Yeah, and that's the elbow, bro. You know,
weird.
It's actually.
I think it's the most awkward thing. How can you decide to come and claim a child? You bypass the Pampers. Okay, you can see you bypass the child support, you bypass the Pampers, you bypass all the
education,
crying, all the everything.
The sleepless nights. Oh, I'm just gonna have a
the
fly.
paying for the education, the paying
Remember
for the
how Monet
child's
was
life.
so scared of flies?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and then you decide suddenly, okay, now you're the father.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying. How does that work? How does that work?
And also, like,
you miss a person's life and then you claim it.
Like, if you're a deadbeat dad, how do you come back? What do you say? I'm sorry, I was not there. Why? Because nobody took that responsibility away from you. You decided upon yourself to be like, okay, I'm not going to be part of this child's life because the mom and I are not dating anymore, or because the mom's married now, you know, or anything of that sort. Like, I don't understand how do deadbeats all of a sudden just come into this child's life. What do you say? Imagine coming back to a 30-year-old man. You know, like, what do you say to that person? But, you know, the difficulties of co-parenting that I feel is if you're co-parenting with the person who doesn't understand, you know, like how you're trying to raise this kid or the values. Because in our case, right, if let's say maybe we were co-parenting with the other person, the mere fact that he thought it was insulting that we were trying to reach out to him to be part of this child's life automatically says that if we were co-parenting, it was one of those things of, this is my house, you're not gonna tell me what to do. If I feel like this kid must sleep at midnight,
it'll be about
you understand?
him.
Exactly.
His life is about him.
Exactly.
You understand?
You know,
the life of the child is about
and that's
him.
and that's the sad part.
So
so if you're co-parenting,
can see the lack of selflessness towards the child that you made. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't have any empathy towards somebody in that regard. I think if I, like anybody, I salute all the fathers out there who decided, biological fathers out there who naturally started taking care of their own child. It's a natural thing. Nobody should reward you for that shit. minute silence. My bad. I'm sorry for that. Nobody should reward you for that. So I feel like NJ, I should respect that, but I'm not gonna respect the situation where a person that turns away from their own natural sense of responsibility. You're not turning away from a stepchild. You're not turning away from an adopted child. You're turning away from somebody you made. You're responsible for that person. So, how do you expect them to be? And honestly, I feel like it was kind of me coming into the scene for me to come in and email the guy. I feel like it was useless. I shouldn't have done it. I actually kind of regret doing it because I feel like I just stepped into it naively thinking that, hey, like trying to think of the child in a way, trying to do it for the kid, and to be honest, there's nothing I can do for this kid. The only person that can do anything for this kid in regards to the biological father is the biological father himself. I can only do so much, so I can't. To be honest, even the email I can't even say was useful. It was useless.
No, but
completely
I think,
useless.
But I think from your part, whether it was useless or not, I think from your part it took a lot of bravery for you to actually type that email. It doesn't matter. It's pointless because it fell on dead ears. You understand? But if it fell on somebody who obviously loves their kid, it wouldn't have. That person should have appreciated. Be like, hey, you know what? This guy's actually saying you can come to my house. You can call this number. You understand? If you want to spend time with this kid, I'm not trying to be his dad like that. You understand? There's room for you too. Like we can both play dad. But he was just like, oh, look at this dude. What does he know? You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's useless because it fell on deaf ears.
Not only that, but I feel like actions speak louder than words.
Yeah,
always.
but
even in this case, honestly, his actions had already said everything before I even came into the
but
picture.
what you want to, I think what you were trying to do is to say that, whatever misunderstanding you guys had before me, I wasn't part of it, but now I just want to let you know that, hey, you know what? The door is open. You understand? You can come in and see this child. If you feel like supporting this child, you can do that. You understand? Because obviously whatever beef was going on before you came, Valley, you know nothing about, and you can't pick sides. You understand? So you were coming with a clean flow, like, okay, I've swept off whatever it is that you guys were beefing about, and now it's like, okay, you're not going to communicate with this person because Valley, you guys are not getting along, and you guys don't seem, to have like common ground. So let's communicate with me man to man, and we'll figure it out. You understand? But hey,
bygones be bygones.
Anyway, but if you're out there co-parenting, you understand, and you guys are doing what needs to be done, that's good for you. But like I mentioned, co-parenting is good, and co-parenting can also be bad. Can be bad if you are obviously dealing with somebody who makes things about themselves and not about the kid. Co-parents can also be difficult where this kid has two homes with two separate rules, and now when he comes here, maybe he sees
But the rules are always going to be separate. I think
no. What I mean separate is like, okay, sharp. No, what I mean by separate is like, okay, like, no, it can't be, because
it's a trivial issue. The most important issue at hand is the willingness to try.
Okay, sharp. So that
is what matters.
Wait. Okay,
at the foundation of co-parenting should be the willingness to try.
Okay, sharp. You're willing to try.
Whether the rules are different or not, that's something else.
Okay, so let's say this, right? You're willing to try.
What kind of sound was that?
Anyway, so you're willing to try, right? Okay, sharp. I'm willing to try. Then the child comes visit to you. You got this girl twerking in a bloody G-string because you're willing to try. You understand? You're willing to try where you sleep.
Rules are different from behavior. You never said behavior.
Yeah, but
different.
Even that's what
rules are different. Rules are different.
Okay, I'm going to speak in my mother tongue.
From behavior is different.
Let me speak in my mother tongue. Something you'll understand.
No, you don't have to speak in your mother tongue. I'm gonna start with my mother tongue.
Fine.
We'll go mother tongue for mother tongue.
What I mean by rules is like, okay,
no, I get what you're saying. You just explained it now. What you meant was behavior.
Okay,
you didn't mean
behavior, not rules.
You didn't mean rules.
Yes.
So if they behave differently from your,
but even the rules that you have for the kids.
But it depends on it. Like that's what I'm saying. If there is a willingness, obviously from the willingness to try, they will adapt to having a child there. You don't adapt to having a child at your house by having G-strings around, pole dancing and
There
and
are
stuff
people
like
that do
no,
that.
No, what I'm saying is, if there's a genuine willingness to try, people will adapt.
Yes.
You can't just
I
have
was
a willingness
giving
to
an
try. They know it's a
example.
kid. People who are genuinely trying to raise a kid know that you can't expose a child to this and this and this yet. They know. Even strippers know. Strippers, there are many
Strippers are there for their money.
there are many good
Hey,
moms who
hey,
are strippers
hey.
and porn stars.
Yeah, no,
Wonderful
it's fine.
moms.
You didn't have to say that, but anyway. Wonderful moms. Anyway, so yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's all.
Okay, so to all the deadbeat dads, be deadbeats. I'm joking.
Anyway, sure guys, nah.
Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into Black and Blending once again. Ooh, he's back. Wow. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Comment below if you have something good to say, but I mean, we welcome anything. You bring it on. Otherwise, we'll see you again sometime, I don't know.